professional, audiophile, or just someone who appreciates the best audio quality, this is the show for you. This is Austrian Audio Backstage.
Hi, and welcome to this episode of Austrian Audio Backstage. My name is Christoph Frank, Senior Acoustic Engineer here at Austrian Audio and the host for today's show. As you may have noticed, we just released the CC8, our True Condenser small-diaphragm microphone. But before we dive into this, please subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and make sure you give us a thumbs up. Okay, let's have a look at our new CC8 microphone. At the heart of the microphone, there's our brand new small diaphragm capsule, which was developed from scratch here at Austrian Audio. Like our CKR 6 and 12 capsules, it's inspired by a legendary capsule, which was widely used as the hi-hat microphone, for example, and in the latest years was redeveloped to an electrostatic capsule, which we don't do. We have a true condenser, small diaphragm capsule inside this mic. And the speciality of this microphone with this capsule is that it has a super linear frequency response. So it's very uncolored, it's very natural, silky, smooth high ends and mids. And we also have a very, very good cardioid pattern with more than 25 dB of rear rejection. Altogether, this makes it a very versatile microphone, which we can use for a wide variety of instruments, of speech as well, loud instruments, and so on. Inside the capsule, the OCC7 is a polyethylene membrane. We are using this instead of the typical gold-spattered mylar because it's more robust against moisture, against temperature, and so on, which makes this microphone very robust. And what's also special about this microphone, it's not only robust to humidity and outer circumstances, it's also very robust to high sound pressures. So we have on the backside of the microphone, we have two switches. We have one switch for a pad. You can attenuate by 10 dB or even 20 dB. So you can record sound sources as loud as almost 160 dB. We have a high-pass filter with two different frequencies, so you can adjust it to various circumstances in recording if you want to filter out low-frequency noise. Talking about the noise, this microphone has a very low noise floor, which makes it ideal for example, orchestral recordings where you have very silent instruments. That will not be a problem for this microphone. And last but not least, again, the very natural, still smooth sounding frequency response will make it a very good microphone for any source. As all our studio microphones by Austrian Audio, also these microphones are calibrated to exactly the same sensitivity, in this case 15 millivolt per Pascal. So you can match any two microphones you buy, they are always a matched pair. Nevertheless, you can also buy it in a stereo pair, and you always have accessories like a very good windscreen, for example, and stereo bar in the stereo set, etc. At Austrian Audio, we always try to have as many artists working with us in the alpha and beta phases of our product development. For the CC8, we were very lucky to have Christian Eigner, who is a legendary studio drummer, probably played on some of your favorite tracks, and is Depeche Mode's drummer since the 90s. We visited him in his studio in Vienna. Enjoy.
As you can see, I'm here in my studio. I'm working on various projects, doing recording sessions. I'm doing a lot of writing, producing, and I recently got more and more into film world, which is very interesting for me because I've never done it before. I will be playing solo drum concerts, which means basically just me on stage, in the fall, from fall onwards. So mainly clubs, which is really challenging and always an interesting thing to do. Which means I'm gonna be playing drums, I'm gonna use backing tracks and play some of my music, songs that I've created in here. My studio is, I would say it's one giant instrument. Everything's linked, everything's ready to record, ready to go. And I use it all to work on my own sounds and create my own little world here. I've got 3 drum kits constantly mic'd up and ready to go, and it all goes into one recording session. So I can, even within a song, within working on a session, I can choose between drum kits, or start with one and then play different parts using a different drum kit, One of my drum kits is actually tuned. You can tune it to D or E, which is great for doing sequences, processing. I even play bass lines on it. So it's a small recording room, which is a tight room, and a bigger room. So that's something that's my main recording things. My old organs over here, I mean, they're amazing. You know, you can do much more than you think you could. And you know, my old tape machine synths and little recording thing. I'm trying to record as many things the old school analog way, the way it used to be. I've done this for a long time. And the interesting thing is basically, you know, you were in a different situation in your life, going through a different phase 25 years ago than you were 20 years ago, than you were 15 years ago. So every tour is different, and it's all become a part of my life. I mean, just because you had a great show 2 days ago or the night before doesn't mean that the one you're playing now is going to be the same. So you're starting from zero, which is a good thing, you know, because it keeps you alive, and it always challenges you to get better and try new things, and you know, you just never stop. Well, touring world is a total different thing to, you know, my studio recording microphone situation. The good thing about this studio is that I started this years ago, and it's constantly growing. And because I use the same rooms and pretty much the same drum kits, same drum heads, I'm the same drummer playing the kits. So changing microphones and trying new things is very, very interesting, and I mean, it couldn't be more honest than trying new microphones if you just put them into my setup. Depending on the drum kit, in my small room in there, it's the traditional way of miking. So close miking, room mics, overhead mics. In the bigger room out there, I use less mics. I'm trying to use maybe just a pair of room mics and one direct mic for one drum kit, and maybe only 5, 6 for the other kit, which makes it more interesting. It's not as easy to handle as the other kit, but it makes it interesting. Well, the CC8 mics work, for me they work best. I mean, the one I use on my hats is just amazing. Because it sounds smooth and you know, not too much in your face, and there's nothing in your way, if you know what I mean. And the overhead mics I use, they're just really, you know, they're just recording what they're supposed to record, and that's the most important thing for me. You know, it's just easy. You put them up, and it sounds the way it should. If the room's good, if the drum kit's good, the drum heads are good, the drummer's okay, you can just put the mics up and you change the position, and you don't need to do much after that. And because I work on my sessions myself a lot. When I do you know, arrangements or production work, so I have to deal with some of the files myself, and I don't want any complications. I want it to be simple and good. And it sounds, to be honest, it sounds really familiar. You know, especially using the CC8 mics for, you know, whatever room sound or overhead sound. It's something that I've known for a long time. It sounds familiar, and it just records what it should record. Well, I want to greet everybody at Austrian Audio, and well, thanks for, you know, the work you're putting in. I really love what you do, and I can just say I'm waiting for more.
So, I hope we could give you a good insight on our new CC8 small diaphragm microphone. It's OC-C7, handmade here in Austria, small diaphragm capsule, and its unique features like the very smooth yet transparent and neutral frequency response, its features like the pad switches, the high-pass filter, and all the other stuff we have. This was number 2 of Austrian Audio Backstage. If you liked the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. You can leave your comments below, hit the notification bell and subscribe to our channel. I would say, servus and goodbye.